He slammed the door behind him, the echo bouncing off the walls like thunder. His face was flushed, eyes wide with a mix of anger and desperation, and his voice cut through the tense silence of the living room. "Where will we live?" he shouted, each word trembling with emotion, as if the very thought of losing their home was unbearable. I stood frozen for a moment, watching him pace back and forth, fists clenched, knuckles white. The air between us felt charged, heavy with unspoken fears and long-standing frustrations. I finally spoke, my voice steady but firm. "This is our home. I can't just hand it over to them," I said, the words hanging in the air like a warning. He stopped mid-step, the momentum of his rage faltering for just a second, and glared at me, searching for some hint of compromise, some crack in my resolve. But there was none. My heart ached as I watched the conflict ripple across his face, the desperate need to protect his family clashing with the harsh reality that our home wasn't a bargaining chip. Silence fell, thick and suffocating, broken only by the distant ticking of the clock, marking the slow passage of a tension neither of us knew how to ease. He sank onto the couch with a heavy thud, burying his face in his hands as if trying to hide from the weight of the situation. The earlier anger that had made his voice shake and his fists clench was now replaced by a raw, helpless frustration that left him trembling. "You don't understand," he muttered, his voice muffled but heavy with emotion. They need a place too." I stepped closer, my footsteps soft on the carpet, and placed a gentle hand on his shoulder, feeling the tension in his body tighten at my touch. "I understand," I said quietly, "but there are limits. This house isn't just bricks and wood, it's memories, it's stability. I can't erase that for everyone else's convenience." He pulled away slightly, rubbing his face with the back of his hand, and I saw the flicker of sorrow mixed with resentment in his eyes. He wanted me to relent, to make the problem disappear, but I couldn't. His shoulders slumped, the fight draining from him, leaving only a heavy, aching awareness of responsibility and sacrifice. The room was quiet except for the soft sound of his breathing, each inhale a reminder that sometimes love and loyalty collide in ways that leave no easy path forward. Night had settled over the house, casting long shadows across the walls and filling the rooms with a quiet, uneasy stillness. He sat by the window, shoulders hunched, staring out into the darkness as if some solution might appear in the shadows beyond. The streetlights flickered faintly, reflecting in his eyes, and I could see the turmoil etched across his face, the struggle between protecting his family and respecting the boundaries I had set. I leaned against the doorway, my presence a silent support, watching him wrestle with the impossible choices before us. "We'll figure something out," I said gently, my voice barely above a whisper, trying to ease the tension that hung thickly in the air. He didn't answer, but the rigid line of his jaw softened slightly, and for the first time, the anger and despair that had consumed him began to give way to a fragile, reluctant understanding. In the quiet of that night, it became clear that family sometimes demands sacrifices, but some things, like the home we build and protect, must remain untouchable. And in that fragile balance between love and principle, a path forward slowly began to take shape.